Lesson 98. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. So what is our part in God's plan for salvation? We've been told our only function in time is forgiveness. So he talks about the certainty that comes when we lay all of our doubts aside and take our stand with certainty of purpose and with thanks that doubt is gone and surety has come. Well, he knows that we might still be uncertain. We might still have some doubts. That certainty that he talks about is the certainty that we will progress, that we will accept our function, we will accept our part in God's plan for salvation. He's basically offering his certainty and the inevitability of the end to us and calling it ours as well. He says you have made 1,000 losing bargains at the least in talking about this offering that's made for you to accept or reject God's plan for salvation. So those are the world's bargains that he's talking about, the way we bargain with ourselves or we bargain with others in the world. And the bargain he's offering has the certainty that it will result in a joyous outcome. Here is an offer guaranteeing you your full release from pain of every kind and joy the world does not contain. So the world contains no joy, no outcome that we could love and embrace. But his offer to take our part in God's plan for salvation is a guarantee of joy. Here is a bargain that you cannot lose, and what you gain is limitless indeed. He will enable you to understand your special function. When he says, I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation, that is our declaratory statement. So we say this every hour. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. And in truth, we must accept that part. But when you talk about acceptance, that leads to a possibility of rejection. It's not a meaningful possibility because he makes the point in the text that our tolerance for pain is high, but it is not without limit. So we will accept our part in God's plan for salvation, and the special function he will enable us to understand is the forgiveness. And forgiveness can be understood on many different levels. In the world's terms, we condemn someone or something and then we forgive it. The forgiveness that the Course presents is recognizing that nothing outside of me ever hurt me. Nothing outside of me ever could hurt me. I am the Son of God, and therefore I have God's attributes. When I turn my back on what I am, I experience its opposite. So now I do not have that strength and light and joy. I am in a world of bodies, and I do condemn what is outside of me. I do see the cause of my pain being outside of me. My special function is to overlook what I believe was done to me and go back within and take responsibility for accepting the thought system of the ego into my mind and becoming one with that thought system, the thought system of sin, guilt, and fear. Jesus is trying to teach us that there is no sin. We made a mistake. What did we make a mistake about? What we are. Our identity is what we made a mistake about. So we can look outside and say, I made a mistake and I blamed somebody or something outside of me, and now I feel hurt. But that is not where the mistake lies. The mistake does not lie in the shadow world. The mistake is within us, and the only mistake is in believing we are something we are not. It's a lot like forgiveness, kindness, joy. Concepts in the Course don't belong in earthly frames because they lose all meaning if you set them in an earthly frame. We lose all meaning because we've set ourselves in an earthly frame. When we do these lessons, we can take our eyes off of the shadows. We can take our eyes off of the movie that's replaying, the movie of our lives, the movie of other people's lives that we've identified with. And we go within. The ego wants us to remain fixed on the shadows. Never look beyond the shadows. Never, never look within. But within is our salvation. Within is the part we play in God's plan for salvation. It is not outside of us. There is nothing outside of us. Nothing happened, but that we forgot who we are. And this lesson will help us to remember. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation with joy because I recognize the world I made has no joy in it. There is no outcome that can be embraced and loved. So tell him once more that you accept the part that he would have you take and help you fill, and he will make you sure you want this choice, which he has made with you and you with him. So this was collaborative. We decided in the beginning to turn our back, and now we're deciding to take Jesus' hand and retrace our steps that led us from heaven into hell. And we will know joy, and the certainty that we will know it moves with us through the world. So we will accept the part in God's plan for salvation, and this is a lesson that could be repeated every day until we experience and are aware of our true self. I'll see you tomorrow.